Welcome to the Lotus Goddess Divine Love. Hi everyone, how's everyone doing today? Hope you're doing well and staying safe. Welcome back everyone. Welcome if you're new to my channel. I do Divine Masculine, Divine Feminine, Twin Flame Journey Charm readings. Now let's begin, and just keep in mind that this is a general reading. So I've already pulled out the charms. I placed them on the tray. Let's see what messages comes through. This Divine Masculine has a lot to tell Divine Feminine. It's not easy for them to express their feelings. This is something that's not easy for them to say, but they feel like they have to get it out. They have to let it out. They have been going through a lot of things since your separation. This is a Divine Masculine who has been really struggling to accept the separation, and the separation between you two could have been a long time ago, and till this day this Divine Masculine still has not accepted the reality of your situation. It really bothers them. It makes them feel like they have no control over anything when it comes to your relationship, whatever is left of it. This Divine Masculine feels like other things in life they're able to make decisions about, but when it comes to you, they feel like it's out of their hands. This is a masculine who does regret a lot. In this reading, I see that they have a lot of things that they wish they had done differently. I see that when they think about Divine Feminine, it's a very heavy burden because they have a lot of regret. They have a lot of sadness that they still hold on to when it comes to your separation. It's difficult for them to let go, and I see that trying to get out of that thought, or out of that energy of sadness and regret, it's very difficult for them to get out of that. I see here it's a struggle. Doesn't matter how much this Divine Masculine does in their daily life, whether it be, going to work, or if they have a business, like their focus, they could be really busy on a daily basis, but at the end of the day, I see here that the last thing on their mind is Divine Feminine here. There's a lot of thinking that takes place at night, especially, so they don't go to sleep with the peace, like they don't feel like some like peace of mind or anything like that. I see here that they have restless nights. They constantly think about how they could have done things differently. What happens is, because I see very clearly here at nighttime, this is what goes on for this Divine Masculine. When they are about to go to bed, their mind is very busy. They constantly think about the old days, so like they're reminiscing about like the good old days with Divine Feminine, how things were good between you two, and then I see that they play out different scenarios in their mind. They imagine how things would have been like if you two had stayed together, what their daily routine looked like, what their family, their lifestyle would look like if they had stayed with you. And they get caught up in that thought. It makes them feel good for a moment, because when they imagine how life would be with you and as if you two are still together, that's the only time this Divine Masculine feels some sort of peace. But when they like snap out of that thought or that pattern, so it's like, imagine nighttime, they're thinking about you, they're thinking about the good old days, then they think about how life would be now if you two were together. And then when they realize that they had drifted away in thought, when the reality kicks in, that's when this Divine Masculine becomes very restless. They're not able to sleep, because then the regret comes into play. That's what I see here. So it's like a moment they are in this illusion of as if they were living that life with you, and they're feeling the feelings or the emotions that come with it. But then when they realize that they are actually not in that moment, I see that when reality kicks in, this Divine Masculine goes in a very deep sadness. So it looks like that they are emotionally, it looks like this, it's not good, basically. Like, what this masculine is doing is they are bringing their emotions so high, like with this happiness, with this joy, this love that they feel when they think about you, and then it's like all of a sudden it just drops. It's just like splat, like splat on the ground. As soon as this divine masculine's reality kicks in, it's like, wow, that's not real. This is not how life is. This is not what I'm living right now. So there's so much things that this masculine wants to say to divine feminine, and they do talk to themselves a lot, whether it's in their mind when they're thinking about you, or whether it's out loud. And I'm getting in this reading that they may be actually saying it like out loud so they can hear themselves saying certain words. It's like talking to themselves, right? When people think and then they talk out loud, so it's kind of like that, but they're doing it as if they are having a conversation with you, kind of like a rehearsal. That's what I'm getting here. So this masculine is saying things that are not easy for them to say, but they feel like they need to get it off their chest, like they need to get it out there. They need to let it out of them, because the more that they keep within them, the more of that, the sadness and the heaviness that they start to kind of like store up. And I think that they've done that for a long period of time. So what are some of the things that this divine masculine wishes that they can say to you? They really regret the choice that they made when they walked away. This divine masculine wishes that they can go back in time, and this is what I'm getting in this reading. This masculine feels like they wish they can go back in time and really like scream at themselves for, like, to warn themselves to not do it, meaning like don't break up with divine feminine. It's like they wish they can go back and just tell themselves like really loudly, like scream it from the hilltop, that stay with divine feminine, be with divine feminine, they're the one. They wish that they had that power to, convince themselves to stay. It's like, if I could do this all over again, I would tell my past self to, like, basically they're saying, you idiot, like, why did you do that? Like, don't do it, don't do it, don't make that decision. So I see it that they are a little bit hard on themselves. That name calling, that's what I felt very strongly. I feel it's a lot more than what I said, but I'm not going to say it. But that's basically, they're calling themselves like a fool um, for not staying with you. And I see here that they're really hard on themselves about their past self. Like, it's like they see themselves in the past as somebody who was very naive, that they didn't understand, they were foolish. It's like, I should have went with my heart and not with my mind, because I think masculine, a lot of the decisions that this masculine made in the past was based off of what they thought was the right thing to do, rather than what they felt was the right thing to do. So they were not in their feelings at the time. They were not really tuned into their emotions and feelings at the time either. So there was a lot of imbalances there. But I do see something about, um, they wish that they could have had more deeper conversations with you in the past. They feel like they were the ones who held back in those conversations. A lot of the things that you two, if you two are at a distance, like say if it was a long distance relationship and a lot of your communication was by phone or, by video call, whatever the case may be, they wish that they had more meaningful conversations with you. It's like, I wish I should have told them how I felt, and even if it made me feel like, because I see that this masculine, some cases, this masculine, they hesitated to express what they were feeling, and for some reason they were embarrassed by sharing their emotions that time. It's like, I should have said what I felt. Like, I shouldn't have been embarrassed. I shouldn't have hold myself back. Why didn't I express my love to divine feminine the way divine feminine expressed their love to me? So there's a lot of things that they are thinking about, how they handled the situation between you two, and how they used to express themselves to you. And I see our masculines very emotional about this. This is something that they they do. If they don't like, I do see tears here, but they might not like have like that really, heavy type of cry. Like they're not crying out loud or anything like that. But I see here that the emotions are coming out, and I do see tears flowing here. Um, it's like silence, like quiet, a quiet release of emotions here. But this does happen a lot to this divine masculine. It's like people may not know that this masculine is actually crying tears, at night. And I do see it as a constant, like it happens on a regular basis. This is a divine masculine who constantly thinks about divine feminine. And again, nighttime I see nighttime thinking about divine feminine. So nighttime is probably the worst time of the day for this divine masculine, because that's when they let all their emotions out, and especially the feelings that they have for divine feminine. It's very intense at nighttime. And I think one of the reason is because in the day this masculine is quite busy. They keep themselves busy, because I see her work, I see her too busy to even think about the things of the past. But when they're home and when they've had their dinner, that kind of thing, and when they're winding down, like the day is starting to, like at nighttime when they're ready to get to bed. So that's when they start to really think these things. And this is not a masculine who has like a peaceful night's sleep. This is somebody who thinks a lot. So as soon as their head hits the pillow, they're thinking of you, divine feminine. So there's a lot of things they wish they could have told you. They have all these feelings that they want to share with you. And I'm going to share some of the things here that I see in this reading, because I see that this masculine does get emotional and they talk out loud to you. So this is what some of the things that they say. They see you as, it's like, I know that at this time in your life you must have a lot of things good going on well for you, and I don't know if I have the right to be a part of your life anymore, but I would love to be there. I would love to talk to you again. There's a lot of things that I wish I had been a part of. I remember the times when you used to share things to me that you wanted to do for your future, and I know, knowing you, that you may have already accomplished those things. And for that, I'm proud of you, because I know that you're a very hard worker. You're somebody who really stands by their word. And all these dreams that you've had about us and about our future and the things that you wanted in life, I know that you've accomplished those things for yourself already. And I wish that I could have been a part of many of those things. But even though the time has passed, there are some things that I want you to know, that even when we were apart, I thought of you. I thought of you all the time, and I still continue to think about you all the time. There's no one in this world but you for me. You are the only one that I could see a future with. You were always the one that I wanted to be with. I'm sorry that I didn't tell you how much I loved you at the time. I was embarrassed to express my feelings. I didn't take our relationship as seriously as I should have. I know that you've given your all to our connection. I know it was difficult because I made it difficult for both of us. You tried your best to share everything you could about yourself and about how much you wanted us to be together, and I didn't give enough of myself to the relationship. I should have shared more about myself to you. So these are some of the things that I see here. I'm going to continue on. There's a lot of things this masculine has to say. um, I'm just reading the charms as, so there's a lot of things that this masculine is talking about at night. And so I'm just going to continue with whatever I see. If you like this type of reading, like this style of reading, let me know. I can tap into Divine Masculine's energy and conversation if you like this kind of reading. Okay, so I'm going to move forward. So this Divine Masculine, what else does he want to say? Okay, um, there were times when I had these huge dreams about our future, and I did share some of my dreams with you. I imagined us going on beautiful travels. I imagined us standing and standing below the stars. I imagined spending these precious moments with you, doing the simple things in life. There's a lot of things in my heart that I wish I could have told you and let you know. The calls that I made to you, sometimes I didn't take those calls seriously. There were times when you want to share more, you want to talk more, and I ended those calls and made them brief. I didn't know how to react to some of the things that you shared with me, especially when you expressed your love. I didn't know how to express it the way you did. There were times when you said that you loved me, but I didn't return those words to you because I was hesitant. I was embarrassed. I was not ready to say the things that you wanted me to say. I didn't take the relationship as I should have taken it. That time was not was not the right moment for me. There were so many things that I had to go through and experience on my own. I had a lot of difficulties in my past, and when I met you, those difficulties I didn't want you to see. There were things that I needed to deal with on my own, and a lot of healing that I need to deal with. I also had some things about family that I didn't want you to know about. These were personal things that were behind closed doors. I didn't know how you would take it, or if you would understand whatever I was experiencing or had experienced in my life. But I knew that eventually one day I would be sharing these things with you. There's a lot of things that have changed since we separated. Um, there were times where I wanted to share some of my deepest thoughts with you, but I didn't have the strength to bring those words to my lips. There were things that I've never said out loud before, but now that I know that you are the one, that I've always wanted to be with, I wish I can say these things to you. There's a lot of things I want to talk to you about myself, about my life, about you and me. I wish that I could express how much I love you. There's so much things and so much more that I want to experience in this life with you. I want to build, I want to grow, I want to have a family with you. uh, Life took me in a totally different direction. It was this different path that I took that made me realize that my destiny was with you. If I can do this all over again, I would tell myself to stay with you, to be strong, and to speak what I really feel, because there were times when I did have these emotions and feelings that I wanted to let out, but I was not ready to express my love to you. So this is a lot of the things that I see here in this reading. This Divine Masculine, they they held a lot of their emotions from you while they were in a relationship with you and afterwards, and they continue to talk to themselves about your relationship and how it was and how much they want to be with you. There's so much love here. There's so much work that they're going through. I just see that this masculine is just struggling with a lot of things that they're trying to get through, but at the end of the day, the last thing on their mind is divine feminine. Like, right before they sleep, this is what they think about. This is the stuff that they want to say. I see that this masculine, it gets very emotional, and I can understand why, because there's so much that they haven't been able to say to you even when you two were together. So this is a reading for today. I hope you like this reading. This is a different kind of reading. It's tapping into the emotions. If you like this kind of reading, leave a comment below. Thank you all for watching. Have a beautiful day. Bye everyone.